5.
Thank you very much. David, could you do roll call, please? Thank you.
Maureen Devigaire,
Here.
Ruth Dries, David Forness,
Here.
John Gray,
I'm here.
John Hess,
Here.
Bobby Levin,
Here.
Joyce Reese, John Timmerman, Michael Zaslow,
Here.
Patricia Caputo,
Here.
Stuart Richland,
Here.
Bruce Stutzman,
Yes, sir.
Jerry Sutowski, David Oce is here, Tony Burrows, Joanne Robinson,
I'm here.
Fausto Fabro.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, David. Miss Monica, we're all yours.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Besides a new fresh copy of the budget, I've passed out like a summary sheet today, just to do a quick top-level summary of what we've gone through so you can see what we have left to cover today. And we did a very good job at our last meeting and got through an awful lot of the budget. In fact, more than we usually get through the first meeting. So on the column that says budgeted, this has all of the categories all the way down to the net operating results. And then it ends up with what the monthly operating cost per unit per month is. Then it's followed by reserve contributions. And following that is any reductions for positive variances that we've had in the past 2 years. Comes down to a net operating coupon and reserves and compares it to where we are for the current year. So if every cent that were on the original budget were approved, we would be looking at $2.72 increase per unit per month. That's on the operating side, and then we have the contractual rent increase for $2.26. So the total gross coupon increase would be $6.98. So having said that, the second column over is what the committee approved already at our last meeting. We made no changes to the revenues as proposed. Payroll we skipped over because we have to have a closed meeting for that, which we will do at the end of this meeting today. Taxes, there were no changes. Insurance, no changes. Repairs and maintenance, we had a couple of changes. We had a net decrease from the entertainment, equipment and repairs budget because Abby and Steve asked for us to move something forward into the current year that we had in the proposed budget, which was that in-ear monitoring system, which we've already ordered since the committee approved that because we think it'll save us $5,000 on that system. And some speaker or something had, a delay speaker had failed just before the meeting. That was a couple of $1,000s. So we added that in. So it was a net of $28,000 that came off of next year's budget. And the only other thing that the committee changed under repairs and maintenance was to the shoreline. When Donald informed us that there were, I believe, 3 areas of concern around the shoreline and the geotube, where we might possibly have to make some repairs. So we added another $8,000 to in anticipation of having to make those repairs. Travel and entertainment, there were no changes. Security, there were no changes. And the final section of expenses that we covered was utilities. And there were no changes there. So we're going to begin today with office expense. And if you want to take your your legal size budget out and turn to page 5 of 8.
Excuse me, Monica.
Yes, sir.
Can you turn on the microphone?
It's on, sorry. I just need to speak louder.
Turn up your
Okay, yeah. At the bottom of page 4 of 8 is where we ended at our last meeting, utilities. You see utilities there. So we've gone through these first 4 pages. So we're going to begin on page 5, and feel free to stop me or ask any questions. Some of these accounts that we're going to skip over because we did go over some of the accounts with Abby, but we didn't cover all of the accounts in any particular section. So you'll see that as we go along. The first account that we have under office expense is postage. This covers the cost of the postage machine rental, as well as the postage for all the main clubhouse operations and the annual mailing of the coupons and ACH letters. There's also an increase because our postage rates increased this past July, effective 6%. So the budget is pretty much what it was this year because we spent a little less than what we budgeted. The proposed budget is $15,532. You looking for a budget?
That's nothing. Another one.
At the end of the meeting, those budgets and the sheets need to be turned back in. They cannot leave the room. Thank you.
Okay, the next line item is office expense, and this is quite a lot of stuff. All of the office supplies for the clubhouse, including ink and toner cartridges, copy paper, the courier service that we have that goes between the corporate office, this community, and our lockbox processing company down in Miami Gardens for our coupon payments. It also includes our ADP costs, which is our payroll company, the charges that we get through them for compliance with the Affordable Care Act and time attendance and payroll processing fees. So we budgeted $28,200, which is slightly less than what we had budgeted this year of $30,900. Next line is computer and IT expenses. This is up quite a bit this year. Our IT director has a full inventory of all of our computers and monitors, PCs, printers, and all of the miscellaneous office equipment that we use, and he knows how old they are and assumes that a certain number of those are going to fail during the year, and that's how he comes up with his budget. Obviously, this year he budgeted $28,759. I'm estimating we're only going to spend $20,000. But he says that we've got a lot more aging equipment in the community, and he'd rather be on the safe side and anticipate that some equipment is failing, and if it doesn't, the money will be there to carry forward as a surplus. But it includes PCs and monitors, battery backups. We also budgeted to replace one of the ID office printers, which is a very expensive printer. It's a special type of printer for the ID cards. This account includes our email server and backup systems and all the supporting costs for WPRF and all the allocated departments such as entertainment and the corporate office, as well as maintenance. It also includes the ABDI gate access charge of $375 a month for a total of $4,500. It includes all the various licenses that we have to have, our Microsoft Office 365, our GP, General Dynamics, our iCloud Cleaner, AnyDesk, and Adobe licenses, and added email monitoring systems and added security and awareness training for all of the employees. So the total budget, $47,730. The next line item is copy machine. This is the monthly lease payments for the 3 copiers in the main clubhouse, plus the estimated annual usage charge, toner, staples, and property taxes we have to pay on the three pieces of equipment, so $13,488. So total office supplies, $104,950. Any questions? Yes, ma'am. Denise? Hi.
I'm Denise.
Yes?
And just referencing the computer IT for the record, would this, while you are updating your monitors and PCs and everything else? Okay. Hi, I'm Denise. Under this computer IT expenses, was there any consideration given to expanding the entertainment notifications and emails going to people?
That would not fall under this category. That would fall under the marketing budget that comes through the entertainment department.
Got it, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Any other questions?
Oh, I'm sorry, I have one more. If this is related to computers and Wi-Fi. So the last time we were here, we chatted about the Wi-Fi in this room.
That has been
Is that
updated.
it? Oh, okay.
I want to specifically thank Eva and Dan. They, one of the comments that Eva made is, some of the problems she wasn't aware of. So, really does help to work with them and give them information, but we're 100% better. And Michael can back me up. I thank you very much. There's no additional cost for the community. They were
Right.
able to get some equipment that was here and install it in this room. And I can't tell you, day and night difference. And
There's Wi-Fi in here now?
I thank you very much. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the password? We just tried.
Well,
Yeah.
you should be able to get right on. There's not a password for Century Village.
Yeah. And what I want to say is that there was this old switch that thought that it was turned off, but it was malfunctioning, and that it would take the signal but not send it out. So once that was discovered and he dealt with that, everything else fell into place. And like David said, no additional monies, and everybody's smiling and happy. So,
Especially me.
yes. Love the way that one turned out. They should all turn out like
How
that.
do we get on to the
Success.
Wi-Fi?
Regina.
Continue, please.
Okay, now this is ridiculous. Oh, I was just gonna ask, how do we get on to the Wi-Fi? Oh, we're on. Okay, perfect. And we can all Zoom meetings in here? Okay, perfect, thank you.
Okay. The next section is social activities. The first 5 accounts we went over with Abby when she was here at the last meeting. We're not having a repertory theater for the upcoming season. We went over classes, theater, dances, and movies. So the next category we have not reviewed is other social activities. And this is a combination of the cost for decorations and food and door prizes for your Sweethearts Ball and your Halloween dance, as well as your New Year's Eve dance, your tailgate party, your 4th of July celebration, holiday lighting, your holiday concert, and employee appreciation luncheon and awards. So total of $18,000 for other social activities. Next line item is karaoke. This is for the Wednesday evening dance parties and the Saturday evenings karaoke. Throughout the year, this exact same budget as the current year, $15,500. Next item is independent fitness instructors. This is independent contractors for various types of exercise classes that we currently offer. It's 3 classes 4 days a week and 1 class on day 5. That may have changed just recently, I'm not sure, but ranging from $20 a class to $65 a class, $33,120. We also have 10 water aerobics classes per week at Hastings and the guest pool, another $10,920. and we are asking for an expansion of 4 new advanced yoga classes and 4 other exercise classes, primarily to be offered in the evenings and on the weekends, especially for those residents that perhaps work and don't have the opportunity to attend these exercise classes during the regular workday. So those additional classes would be, we're averaging $40 a class, $16,640 for the new classes that we're proposing, so a total budget of $60,680. Next line item is printing. This is printing costs for your payment coupons, your various other office printing needs with a 5% increase, but we've actually kept it level at the same budget we had for this year, $10,530. The next line, entertainment publications, that's one of the entertainment department's marketing budgets. Abby went over that at our last meeting, $40,000. Next line item is signs. This is new signage as needed in the clubhouse and Hastings. Some of the signs are peeling and are older and need replacing. Any other signs for rooms in the clubhouse, identification, employee parking, that kind of thing. We're only asking for $2,000. Master of Ceremonies, Abby also went over at the last meeting, $13,000. And the last item on total social activities is ticket sales expense. This is a function of the box office ticket sales through Audience View. As you know, we pay a per ticket cost for every ticket we sell to Audience View. We've been paying 65 cents, and with a new contract that takes place, we're still going to be paying 64 cents per ticket. That also includes merchant fees for those who choose to purchase theater tickets by credit card, and those costs are offset by the convenience fees that are charged to those who choose to purchase online tickets. $23,000 is the estimated budget. So the total social activities section, we're asking for $531,595. Any questions there? Okay, terrific. Next line is, next category is miscellaneous expenses. First thing is auto expense. This line item covers the fuel and repairs as needed for the 1 WPRF owned vehicle and the 7 Gators that are used by the maintenance staff to get around the community to do what they need to do, as well as allocated fuel for entertainment and the maintenance department. We have also would like to purchase 1 new Gator. We call them Gators, but they're really, souped up golf carts. Some communities choose different types of vehicles, but we may not purchase a Gator, but you get the idea. It's a all-terrain vehicle used by the maintenance staff. We're estimating to replace this one cart that's 10 years old, and we've been having to spend quite a bit on repairs and maintenance to these carts lately because they are aging. $16,000 to purchase 1 cart. And the last thing on this line is I would like to be able to prepay Dan Cruz's vehicle that he is driving around, because we're currently paying financing his vehicle, and this would be an allocation between the 3 communities since he effectively is employed by all 3 communities and travels back and forth constantly between the 3 communities. The cost to pay off his vehicle is $19,750 estimated. So a total budget for auto expense of $50,850. Next line item is bank charges. Historically, these costs they continue to go up every single year, unfortunately. In recent years, the amount of money that we carry in our operating account is used as analysis. We get credit for the funds in our operating account through our analysis through the bank to reduce our day-to-day bank charges, but with interest rates beginning to go down, even though the bank balance is still up there, the earnings credit is going to be less, so I expect those to go up slightly. So we're asking for a budget of $19,530. Next line item is recruiting expense, $150. That's to run ads periodically if we have a need for any employees. Line 97 is licenses and permits, and this account is primarily related to theater. It's not something that Abby typically goes over, but we have three licenses that we have to pay because we have live productions in our theater. It's called BMI, CSAC, and ASCAP. We have to have those licenses every year. It's a recurring thing. They go up slightly each year. The largest one is BMI, and we do get a very nice discount because we pay that early up front. So we get a nice discount from that. Abby tells me there's still ongoing litigation regarding BMI and their licensing, and who knows when that will end, and if it does end, it could increase our fees, but there's no way of knowing when or if that will happen. Your next line item is discounts earned, and this is when we pay vendors early for a discount. As I mentioned, we get a very decent discount for paying our BMI license up front. This current year was $1,408 in discounts, so you can see that's the majority of the discount. So we're have a budget of discounts earned of $2,000, which is the same that we had this year. Next line item is miscellaneous. This is coffee for the performers, and don't ask me, it's not my thing. I don't know why they need lemons and tea all the time, but that's two of the things I see that, yeah, we're always having to purchase lemons and tea.
That's for the throat, so
For the
after
throat.
they're ready to sing, they can,
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
It's a good investment.
Yeah.
We benefit.
Good point. Also, this miscellaneous category is where we code any background checks for prospective employees. We do background checks on all prospective employees prior to hiring them. We also have crowd control training that we have to do on a regular rotating basis for our employees and others. We have lift certifications that we have to do for our maintenance employees that use lifts. They have to be certified annually, and the equipment has to be certified, as well as any other miscellaneous expenses, odd things would go in this category. So we're asking for a budget of $6,125. Last item is miscellaneous entertainment, which Abby went over in her budget. This is for her professional memberships and attendance at her conventions. That was $1,400. So the total for miscellaneous expenses, $98,615. Any questions?
Eva, you know when you're gonna have the next crowd control class?
Actually, we just did that last year. It's every 3 years.
Okay, thank you.
Next line item is accounting fees. This is allocation of salaries for the individuals in the corporate office, the accounting office, which accounts for our payroll for all of our approximately 145 employees between the three communities. This is covers general ledger accounting, cash management, accounts payable, accounts receivable, payroll and benefits administration, budgeting, financial oversight, IT. It also includes our software vendor license for our accounts receivable and our lockbox processing company, $192,500. Next line item is legal expense, and I'm not budgeted for any, don't expect to have any, so there's no budget proposed there. Final line item is bad debt expense. This is always just a complete guess every year. I have no idea. I budgeted $10,000 this year. I'm estimating we're gonna come over budget around $2,700, so I'm seeing more and more write-offs as we've been having more units that have been going to tax deed sales, and delinquencies, or some of the older delinquencies that have been around for a while are still there, and we're running up against a statute of limitation write-off. So I increased that for $14,000 from $10,000. So that brings us to total G&A operating of $206,500, and our total operating expenses $6,959,013. When you net the total expenses against our revenues, that gives us $6,515,000 that we have to cover with the coupon. That's the operating part of the coupon. Do we have any questions before I go any further? Oh, okay. The next two line items are addressing our reserves. We have two different reserves, as most of you know. One is our contingency improvements and infrastructure reserve. We're currently contributing $3 per unit per month. I'm proposing we leave it at that level. At your choice. You can increase it or decrease it if you so choose to do so. I will tell you that as of the end of August, in our contingency reserves, we've come quite a way toward rebuilding that following the HVAC project, when we used up quite a bit of the reserves there. We currently, at the end of August, are sitting on $577,000 in that particular reserve. And it's a pooled reserves. It's not like your condo association reserves where they're specific reserves for your roof or resurfacing your parking lots or something like that. It's a pooled reserve for this, that this committee gets to decide how, when, and where they want to spend that money in the future. The next reserve is our windstorm reserve. We're currently contributing $400 per unit per month to your windstorm reserve. And as of the end of August, we have $1,311,000 in our windstorm reserve. And as much money as that is, it's far short. Were there to be a catastrophic hurricane to come through this community, we have a 5% windstorm deductible. And if you take the total insured value of the recreation property at 5%, you would be looking at a $2.1 million windstorm deductible. So that's the reason we continue to build these windstorm deductibles over the years, to just to be on the safe side. We don't want to get short and not have the funds to be able to take care of everything following what happened back in 2004 when had the roof lift on the clubhouse, and the clubhouse was closed for like 3 years. I think we reopened the theater in May of 2000. No, it was 7. The theater was 2007. Yeah, the clubhouse was closed completely for years, back in 2004, 5, and 6. And the theater was the last thing that reopened in May of 2007. So we don't want to face that again. It was a horrific time, and one none of us ever want to repeat again. So that's part of the reason we have this windstorm deductible and continue to build it. So I've asked that you keep that reserve funding at the same level, but again, it's this committee's choice if you want to leave it at that level, increase it or decrease it. All right. Any questions? John?
So what, what's the minimum? You say 5%? That's $2 million some dollars?
That's the,
Wind reserve?
if it was, if we had a catastrophic event and
so if we
all the
had-
properties got damaged.
So if we add those two together, does that come up to the right number to cover your insurance?
No.
No.
No. Mm-mm.
So how short are we on that?
$1 million?
Yeah.
Well, if you got,
Well, actually, if you added the windstorm deductible now and the contingency
Contingency.
reserve, you're close to 1.9 million, so you're getting close, but that would mean you wouldn't have any reserves left for, other items.
well, isn't it standard that you have to pay your deductible in order to get paid for your
You
insurance?
have to cover that deductible up front.
Okay,
That's-
so where's the magic goose to finish covering the deductible?
Well, if you don't have that much to cover, we could always make arrangements to borrow the money.
Well, I was just thinking maybe they ought to add another $1 for the windstorm, just to boost it up a little bit.
That's entirely up to this committee.
Just a thought.
Are you making a motion, John?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I'll make a motion. We add $1 to the windstorm reserve.
Is there a second on that?
Second.
Call for a vote? Is there any discussion?
Black and white.
What?
I said it's black and white. Yea or nay?
That's it.
Do you don't?
Who was the second?
Bruce?
And I call for the question.
Motion by John Hess. Motion by John Hess, second by Bruce Stutzman to increase the windstorm reserve. I'm sorry. Is it the windstorm or the other one?
Yes.
Windstorm.
Windstorm reserve by $1. Maureen Devigier,
Yes.
Ruth Dries,
No.
David Forness,
Yes?
John Gregg,
Yes.
John Hess,
Yes.
Bobby Levin,
Yes.
Joyce Reese,
Yes.
John Timmerman, Michael Zaslow,
Yes.
Joanne Robinson,
No. No.
Tony Burrows, David Boas, yes. Jerry Sutowski, Bruce Stutzman,
Yes.
Stuart Richland,
Yes.
Patricia Caputo,
Yes.
Yes. That's okay.
Fausto Fabro.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, so the next two line items down, you'll see a reduction of $1.76, and that is bringing forward to reduce the coupon, the difference between what I estimated last year's surplus would be and what it actually wound up being once we closed the year. So I'm truing up that calculation that was an estimate in the prior year. And in this year, I'm estimating, even though if you look up on line 107, it looks as if we're going to have a positive variance this year of $203,000. I like to be conservative because I don't want to get too close to that because you never know when an emergency or something might happen. So of that 203 estimate, I'm only going to use $150,000 to roll it forward to reduce the coupons. So that's a $1.59 decrease. So that would bring us to the operating increased $72.78, but since we've added the $1, if there are no other changes that the committee wants to consider at this time, that would bring us at our proposed annual operating coupon at $73.78. Or $5.72 increase in our operating coupon per unit per month. Any other comments or questions or discussion? Well, that was quick and easy.
That was you. Sounds like a plan.
Thank you all. Thank you very much. Really.
Thanks, Monica.
I'm sorry.
So,
You gotta give these back.
Monica, we're looking at $7.98 as a total increase for the coupon? No?
Yes, yes.
$7
$7.98 includes
Includes
my
everything.
millennium base rent increase. Right.
Yes.
Before we finalize and let everybody go, we do need to turn off the camera and
Yes.
ask guests to leave, because we do want to go over payroll in case you wanted to make any changes there. The figures that we're looking at now are
Okay.
assuming there are no changes to the proposed payroll budget. So,
We're going to ask all the guests to please leave, and Michael, please suspend the meeting. Turn in all your paperwork before you leave, guests. Thank you.